Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about a preset that I have been loving lately, and it is called Kindred Presets. So I'm gonna take you behind the scenes. I'm gonna show you how I tweak this preset, really make it my own, and how you might also wanna use it in your workflow as well. So it's Kindred Presets. You can get them at kindredpresets.com, and I'm gonna be showing you how I edit their color preset and they're black and white. So if you're looking for a film preset, if you're looking for something that airs a little more light and airy, but still has punch and color and contrast, this might be a great fit for you. So go ahead and follow along in this tutorial and let me know what you guys think. All right, so here we are inside of Lightroom. I just grabbed a combination of images here that you'll be able to see, just some raw files, and I'm gonna go ahead and edit these using the Kindred presets so that you guys can really see the results of what they look like on each image. So some of these have already been edited, so let me just reset these. I'm gonna go through, reset all of these. All right. So as you see here on the left-hand side under my presets, you see that I'm gonna be starting with Kindred Essentials. So I just tweaked those compositional lines here just so that the stationary lines would be straighter. And then I'm gonna go ahead and warm this image up just a little bit on the sliders with the white balance. Okay, I like that. And then I'm gonna pull down the magenta a little bit. And you'll notice with Kindred that it really helps if you pull down the magenta sliders sometimes. It just leans a little bit more magenta. Another thing I like to do is go in and pull out some of the noise. So I go into the noise reduction slider under the detail tab and pull the noise down a little bit. All right, and I think that's good. All right, so moving on to this image, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the Kindred Essential. The first thing I really wanna do is go in and just crop out that line at the top. I think it's just a little bit distracting. Okay, now we have this image. All right, I think I really like the white balance so far. I might even tweak this just a little bit. Awesome, and I like that. I feel like it took 2 seconds and I really don't need to do much else to this image. All right, let's hit it with the Kindred Essentials. This one was underexposed, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up a little bit more. Let me see. Let's see if we do maybe 2.5 stops higher, and I'm gonna actually pull a little bit of the magentas back on this one, pull those highlights down, pull the blacks up, pull the contrast down, and then I'm happy with that. For this image, I'm going to show you guys the low contrast Kindred Essentials because I think that for this image it had a lot more of the shadows, a lot more darkness, so I just really wanted to lighten that up, give it a little bit more of that airy look. Let me see. Just playing around with these sliders just a little bit to warm and kind of just tweak those magentas. And I think that looks great. For our next image, I'm going to go back to the Kindred Essentials. This again is a little bit underexposed just because I wanted to preserve some of that highlight detail. I'm going to pull down those highlights as I bring up the exposure, and I'm going to warm up this image a pretty good amount. Yeah, I like that so far. Let me see. I'm going to pull up these blacks a little bit and the shadows a little bit. And then just to check my exposure, I click on soft proofing, and this really helps me to see how the image looks against a white background, because on my blog and on my website, stuff like that, you're always gonna be seeing these images on a white background. So sometimes it really helps me see, okay, this image is just a little bit too warm, or I actually wanna bring back a little bit of those blacks, and it just gives me a little bit of a check. And then for the next image, then they shot the confetti. I'm just going to apply what I just did to the first image. So what you do, and the really big trick for the time-saving help of these presets is you really would just edit the first image in the set, and then you'd apply everything that you did on the previous image to the next image so that your job is pretty much done there. I think I'm gonna tweak this a little bit more. I wanna pull down these magentas. Awesome. Cool. And then for this image, I did the exact same thing as the previous image. So let's go ahead and go to this one and use our Kindred black and white preset, just so you can see how that looks on this image. So that's really what the black and white preset looks like. I really feel like you would not have to touch this at all. It's just beautiful. If I wanted to do a color edit of this image, I think I'd go ahead and do this. There we go. This is another great image that would work really well with black and white. It has some really beautiful contrast and light. Let's do Kindred Essentials low contrast for this image. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pull this exposure up a little bit. We're gonna warm this image up a little bit. And that's pretty much it. That's all I would do to it. So we're gonna do the same to this. Pull down those magentas, pull up the warmth. Beautiful. Awesome. And since there is this guy here and he's kind of distracting, I'm just going to take the clone tool and pull him out. Let me see. Okay. So I just tweaked around in this area just so that I could get rid of this guy in the background. So I'll show you before and after. That's the guy in the background, and now it's just a bush. So I think that just makes a ton of difference in terms of like how distracting the image really is. Another quick tip that you can try when you're looking at your editing and you just want to see where are the highlights, where are the shadows, hit the J key on your keyboard and it's just going to show you where you're experiencing your highlights in the red and the shadows in the blue. By the way, guys, if you're not in the Photo Boss with Joy Michelle Facebook group, go ahead and join that. I'm gonna link it down below, but it's a great group for finding help and getting advice. I do a lot of live streaming on there and I answer lots of nitty-gritty questions that I'm not able to get to on this channel. So if you're a photographer looking to learn and grow and improve, that Facebook group is gonna be great for you. So go ahead and find that link below. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.